Hello everyone. Welcome to another video. And today we'll be going over Strand Warlock. This one is really similar to Dato's that he posted. And I like the idea. I just did want to change a few things around. Just aspects and fragments wise. Maybe just aspect wise. I don't remember his fragments, but yeah, let's get into it. So, first and foremost, we will be using Deimos Diffusion, which is going to, while our stand super is equipped, casting a rift will suspend nearby combatants. Suspend deals damage over time, which heals us in the process. Targets who break free from suspension suffer additional damage. Defeating suspended targets heals us a moderate amount. So, we're going to be using Mint because it is Strand, and our main weapon will be Service of Luzaku. With the Catalyst, you can now just get a Tangle from your nests, and Mean Making, you can get Threatening Nests by getting enemy Final Blows, and then while near a nest and getting Final Blows spawns a Threatening instead. And then its intrinsic trait, hitting targets with this weapon build a restorative charge. Hip firing at allies or your nests refills from reserves, which is really nice because you can get past the annoying machine gun reload, and it spawns threadlings as well. Then we have our one and only super, one and only melee, rift, shackle grenade with mind spun because I think that's just a better suspend option. And then Weaver's Call, just we are casting a rift, so we might as well. You can alternatively run the Wanderer. Threat of Evolution, so our threatlings deal more damage. Threat of Warding, so we can get some movement, some DR. Threat of Wisdom, so we can constantly supply ourselves some orbs. Alternatively, you can't run Threat of Generation. And then Threat of Mind, defeating suspended targets grants class ability energy. Because we do kind of need the class ability energy. And then I'm also running Zealous Ideal as like a incandescent or an onslaught weapon, depending on what the situation calls for, and Heal Clip as another way to heal. For our mods, we're running Dynamo, which we're going to be casting our Rift pretty frequently, Heavy Ammo Finder, because we do want to use Service of the Zoku, and Harmonic Siphon. 2 grenade fonts, because we're not really using our grenade for Orb Gen with firepower, and then dealing damage with grenade. With bolstering detonation will be getting us some class ability energy. Alternatively, you can run firepower if you want, but for our chest piece, general resists and 1 elemental resists, and I do have some weapon built in. I also have a strand surge and harmonic scavenger, so we can make sure we get as much ammo, and then a recoup when we pick up an orb. Then we also have time dilation and distribution, along with powerful attraction. Alternatively, you can run a class font if your stats aren't quite up there. And that's pretty much the build. It was pretty simple. So let's spawn in some of these guys. What we want to do is eat our grenade, then you damage them how you like, and then cast our rift to suspend. And then you can see the pretty big chunk of energy, rift energy we get for defeating a suspended target. Then you can see how pretty quickly we heal and refund our ammo for service of Luzaku when we hit fire at one of our teaming nests, and when it's matured, we can get another Tangle, which is why, some people may want to run the Wanderer. But I don't like it the most. Kind of requires kills, but so does Mind Spun with Shackle Grenade, but I feel like the Shackle Grenade is a bit more potent, in my opinion. And then we can run some little weaker guys and just show how it looks in a normal combat scenario. You can see that, even if we don't have much, we can get our class ability back pretty quick. We can suspend with our rift and be pretty safe in it. Get some kills, and yeah, it's really potent. Run back over here, and then you can shoot to eventually get your Tangle again. That is how you mature the nest. That, and it also just grow over time, though it'll grow a bit slower. So for DPS, what you would want to do is cast your rift and throw out your melee. Then you can shoot with your other two weapons for B and S, and then use your super, obviously. And then just keep shooting mint, pretty much. Cast your Rift and throw out a melee when you get them. And your machine gun is still a machine gun, so it still does a fair bit of damage. But it is obviously not quite mint levels of damage. And then, yeah, you can just keep shooting, and you will get your super back quite quickly, especially if you're casting your Rift. And, I mean, by all means, it's not horrible damage for, only really using mint as like a very well-known DPS weapon. And you do get a fair bit of mint ammo back as well, though you obviously need to be a little conservative with it. That is why we have Service of Lusaku. It is going to be our main add clear weapon. So, let's take this into an ultimate solo op and see how it plays.
Recon is light in this sector. Be ready for anything. We're not meeting co-worker who knew all you before you died, but anything else. tear through our enemies. It used to make me thirsty for combat. But after the Well of Flame being controlled by the conductor, I don't feel as invincible as...
Alrighty, and that is our Strand build using Service of Luzaku. I like it a lot. I think it's a really fun really fun way to play Strand. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like, drop a sub if you feel so inclined. But otherwise, I hope you have a good day. I shall see you later.